Expect the unexpected. She's the sweet widow from Nebraska. He's the old rocker with metal in his face and covered in tattoos. Now that's a twist. All right, here we are with Big Brother 20 started, and two big Big Brother fans.
Hey,
So
this is fun.
we are going to talk about Big Brother. We're going to do our little thing about what we think happened during the week. We're going to come to you once a week and give you our take on all these nutty house guests and the twists and turns and all that other good stuff that CBS is trying to throw at us. And we have, come on, two different people. Very odd ends of the spectrum, don't you think? I mean, talk about the odd couple. But we're going to talk about Big Brother and what we think.
All right.
Are you excited, Kathy? Are you
I
excited?
am so excited for this. I had so much trouble keeping it quiet when we were in the planning stage because I love this, because I'm probably your biggest fan, maybe physically your biggest fan, and I am also love Big Brother, so this is great.
Now, I know I've been watching since season one. From day one, I've been watching this. You?
I started season one, I skipped a few years, then I got back on, and yeah, I've been watching for a while, but mostly very heavily the last couple of years.
Nice. I watch the UK, Canada, and all that good stuff, so I'm a Big Brother fanatic. Unlike most of the house guests that go in and say, I'm a super fan, I am a super fan.
Yeah, I know you are. That's what's fun about this. And our perspectives, because you're kind of a wild guy, you know, you got that wild look going on.
Me?
Yeah. And I'm the nice Christian conservative widow from Nebraska. What would we ever have in common? Yet you are somebody I'm so fond of. I know.
We're going to duke it out here. We're going to duke it out. All right. Do you have any opinions so far of any house? All these, 16 we got in here this year? 16 people were in there. Luckily, no returnees, no veterans are in here. It's all new people, thank goodness.
I agree.
You have any thoughts on anybody yet?
Well, yeah, this is so random, but on Sam. I absolutely have a girl crush on Sam. I love her. I think she has a show business career ahead, to be honest. Well, that voice is adorable.
Well,
and she makes the best robot.
Let's talk about Sam. Okay, as Sam, we're in the house. Everybody, of course, for week one, everybody, it's you four go in and then, yay, we're here. And then you four go in, hey, and hugs and kisses and screams and lots of bouncing and picking beds and stuff. So that's the usual stuff that goes on.
Right.
And then we got to kind of meet everybody and form our first impressions. And then they kind of jumped into it with a little competition, I guess, right away, which split the house into two right off the bat, right?
Right.
And let's see, who was that? That was
That was weird, that competition.
Yeah, it was a little goofy competition, but
did you think it was a little cheesy?
Well, yeah.
I think it looked like H&R Huffin' stuff. With the really cheesy, effects and everything.
Yeah, and see, I just watched Big Brother Canada 6, and when they started, they did the heaven and hell thing, where somebody got they won a little thing, and that one guy had to split the house into two, send half the house to heaven, half the house to hell. And this kind of brought me back to that, and I was like, oh, okay, so we got half the house going up, half the house going down. So I was kind of like, wait a minute. But
yeah, that's interesting.
I guess it was Swaggy C who won that competition.
Don't even get me started on Swag.
BlindViews thinks Swaggy C drives BlindViews nuts with the way Swaggy C talks about himself in third person, and I just want to shake him.
Yes. Okay, who comes up with their own nickname and then makes
Demands
people call him that?
demands everyone call him that. And
Who
then
does that? And then wears it on a T-shirt. I mean, for crying out loud, is he a friend of Nomadic Fanatics or what? All across. I think every shirt he owns has Swaggy C on it.
yeah. And Swaggy C is here to play. And Swaggy C is here to win. Swaggy C is going to do this. Swaggy C got dude, shut up. Oh, he drives me insane right off the bat. He needs to go. But in my opinion, well, in my experience, I should say, everyone that I can't stand always seems to last the longest and just drives me nuts the whole season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hope not, because I don't know if I can do a couple months of Swaggy C. And then we go.
Yeah. But anyway, he's the one that got the pick. So he kind of split the house. I guess his group of 4 and another group of 4 is what he picked. And then, so that was how the house was split, I guess. And then we got, we had Casey. Yeah, Casey. She's the one that got the little punishment with, she has her little rainbow suit with the wings and a little wheel. And when,
football player, right?
Yeah, she is the lesbian pro football player. And she has a little wheel, and whenever it spins, whatever room she's in, she has to stay in that room until it stops spinning. And then Sam, the one that you were talking about, she got turned into a robot. Well, I guess we should say, first of all, that this season it's all like techie, computery stuff. That's the theme.
Okay, so tell me this. I have no problem if she's a lesbian, which she fully said she disclosed that right away.
Right.
But how does it happen that the lesbian in the group wears a rainbow costume the first week?
Yeah, I was kind of taken aback by that too, but I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing, producers of Big Brother.
As long as it doesn't offend the gay people out there, but I kind of would be, I think, maybe a little offended about that.
Yeah.
It's just a stereotype.
But yeah, that is kind of odd, but you went there, I didn't. That was you. But then, yeah, Sam, the one that you were just talking about, your lady crush, she is a robot. So whenever they say robot activator or robot, whatever, she has to go away, and she's in some little room, and a little robot comes out, and she can see through the screen, and she can talk to people, and that's about it. Nobody can see her. So she's kind of been put at a big disadvantage because she really can't participate in anything. No one's getting to know her. And her voice to me is, what is her name? Jennifer Tilly? Is that her name?
Oh, yeah. You're spot on with that.
It sounds like a Jennifer Tilly with a Southern accent. That's what I hear when I hear her talking.
I think she's adorable. I love her voice. And I think she really got a bad, that really stinks for her game, for her social game.
Yeah. Well, but she came out. Yeah, she did. But she's annoying a lot of people already. Well, a couple people. Our little, let me find her name. Who is?
Is it Caitlin? Is it wasn't it?
Yes. Caitlin.
Not the psychic, the new agey girl.
Yeah, Caitlin, the little, she's into crystals and yoga and essential oils, and she's mediums and all that good stuff. Yeah, she's kind of rubbed the wrong way. I guess they had a little tiff about a hairbrush.
Yeah, I didn't get that. What was that all about?
Well, I guess the thing was whenever they say robot offline, then Sam, she can actually come out and walk around as Sam for a while. And apparently, this Caitlin chick took Sam's hairbrush out of her suitcase or wherever and was using it and then put it with her belongings. And when Sam said, "Hey, that's my brush," "No, it's not, it's mine," they got into a big fuss about it. And Sam was like, "Well, you can use it whenever you want. Just ask, please." And they had a big thing. And then they kind of kissed and made up. And she said, "Oh, yours is just like mine. Mine's just a little bit smaller," and yada, yada, yada. So they were kind of okay. But then Sam, as a robot, and I guess I should say now, she is on the block, by the way. But she was in the the storage room, and she asked everybody to come in one-on-one, to have little one-on-ones, and just to ask where everybody's head's at and what they're thinking. And Caitlin didn't like that and said, well, you're doing this. And they kind of got into it again. So I don't know. She's kind of weird anyway.
The cat fight. She is weird. She is weird. I think that was smart of her, though, when she was on the block and she went in the storage room and kind of wanted to talk to everybody one-on-one.
Well, yeah, because
that was smart.
And she did have a little meltdown afterwards in the bedroom. She broke down a little bit and was crying, and everybody came over to ask her what the problem was and console her, and she was all about, you people suck.
JC was I thought he was mean to her. She received it well.
Well, but I mean, he was, but I didn't take him as being mean. I looked at it more of like a tough love, more like a tough love thing. Like, hey, you're sitting here bawling. I get it. But I'm standing here in front of you talking to you. I didn't walk by you. I'm trying to help you out. So suck it up and pull in your big girl panties. So that's the way I looked at it. So,
well, and that's the difference between men and women, your opinion and my opinion.
Right.
And I get it both ways, because if I was her, I wouldn't want anybody to tell me to suck it up, because I would at that moment just need to be heard. That's all. I wouldn't want it solved, because who could solve it? But I just wanted to be heard. So when you're in that place and you just want people to listen to you, and somebody tells you to suck it up, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I get it, but see, that's the one thing about Big Brother that's like, when I look at the people when they're in there, now there are people that I like and probably would like to hang out with, but I don't like them as Big Brother people, because this is a game, and we'll say like a Sam, I don't think she's a good Big Brother person. I mean, and it's just like the what's the guy? The guy that's on the block, the cop dude, Steve, is it?
Yep,
Steve. Now, in Big Brother history, when we have a bunch of beautiful, perfect 20-somethings and one 40-year-old guy, yeah, see you, Steve, you're out.
Yeah.
And he seems like a cool guy too, but he's not a Big Brother guy.
No, I agree with you there. I think he's a little bit clueless, but he's kind of faking it. I don't think he admits it to himself that he's a little bit clueless. Right.
Well, I guess I'm kind of jumping all over the place. My fault, peeps. But so they did have an HOH competition, which I have a very opinion about that thing. It was they had
bring it on.
They had like a little tiny bounce beam, but it was wavy, and they had to go and retrieve these deletion balls and come back and put it in a tube of the person they wanted to delete. And whoever got 10, once you got 10 deletion balls in your tube, you were out of the competition. So Steve, the cop, the 40-year-old guy, the old dude, he's doing it. He is getting no balls. He's not putting any balls in anything. So these stupid people, now if I was there, okay, this guy is not a threat. He is not going to put me out. These people are running back and forth and they're putting balls in tubes. I'm going to put balls in their tubes. But who's the first person they filled the tube up? The guy that can't even get one time across.
What was that about?
How dumb is that?
It is dumb.
I mean, if I was one of the big, strong guys, I'd have knocked everybody else out and then looked over and go, he still hasn't got across yet. Bloom, 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 bloom. He's out of here. But no, they got him out. That was dumb to me. But anyway, Tyler, the surfer guy from one of the Carolinas.
Oh, those eyeballs. Just that stupid stare. Oh my goodness. Exactly. That's it. That's him. Exactly. Oh man, that's just weird.
And he's from what is it, South Carolina or North Carolina?
I think he's from Orange County, California.
But he talks like he's from California, dude. But
where do they get these people?
So he won the HOH competition, which okay. And he decided, well, I'm going to put up the first two people that dropped. That's who's going on the block, and that's how, according to him and his way of thinking that Steve and Sam got put on the block because they were the first two that were out of the competition. Any thoughts?
That was a weird thing, though. Didn't you think? Maybe I'm jumping ahead. I'm sorry, but that they have to take the 4 in their group with it, that just didn't make sense. That was wacky to me.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking, but see, that's the other thing about Big Brother that drives me insane. Anyway, we get Julie on there. Expect the unexpected. Well, okay. We know that OTEV's going to come show up. We know that, Zingbot's going to be there. We know that there's going to be a double eviction this week. We know that there's going to be the first jury member this week. We know everything, but expect the unexpected. Well, I wait all season and okay, I expected everything. Where's the unexpected, Julie? Come on.
Well, maybe the unexpected is to expect the unexpected, and it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I'm on my toes all season. Oh, it didn't happen. Yeah. I guess that was unexpected.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is more twists and turns than ever. Oh, wait a minute. It's the exact same or the same amount or similar twists and turns as every other season. So I don't fall for the hype anymore. It's not exciting.
Well, I'm glad at least they didn't do what they did last year. Or was it last year? I'm getting celebrity mixed up here, but the one where they kicked him out right away the first day of the show.
Oh, yeah.
That stunk.
But so we have our little surfer dude, man. He's the HOH. And then we have Sam, who is also the robot on the block. And of course, the old dude, Steve, on the block.
I find it hard to imagine 40 being old, but I know compared to the rest.
When you're in with the beautiful, perfect somethings, the guys with the ripped abs and outside working out all day and all the, I'm a model. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, filler people.
Yeah. And then amongst all this, of course, we do have the strong, independent women running to the guys for showmances so they can be drug along the game. I'm a strong, independent woman. Hey, come here, guy. I'll sleep in your bed, right? We're going to do this together.
Doesn't take long for that to happen at all.
Yeah. So we have Swaggy, man. Swaggy C. Nah, I like Bailey and all, but Swaggy C is about Swaggy C. If Bailey starts getting too up on Swaggy C got to distance herself from Bailey, right? Cut to Bailey out on a hammock. Yeah, I think Swaggy likes me, but if he comes on too strong, nah, I got to put an end to that. Cut to Swaggy C and Bailey in bed under the covers sucking face. So they both talked a whole bunch of smack about, no, we ain't going to do this. And then there they are bumping uglies right after they said all that.
Well, rumor has it was more than sucking face.
Yeah. See, that's why I said bumping uglies.
Not a lot of women can have recreational sex. There are some, but most women are emotionally tied in with the guy she sleeps with. So right. That was a huge...
Yeah, all that talking, all that mess, both of them, and then jumping into bed together. I was like, okay, boom, you're done.
Mm-mm. Yeah, and Swaggy C, did you see him? He got up after they had their little session, and he was in the bathroom talking to himself, telling them what a mistake he made and how he should have done it. He is all about the drama.
Oh, yeah.
That guy is such a camera hog.
Oh, and let's not forget about Swaggy C's little speech to America when he went in there for the little thing. Come on, America, Swaggy C. You should have picked Swaggy C. Why are you dissing Swaggy C? Swaggy C should have got that because Swaggy C. Oh, man, I just want to grab. Please get him out of there. I can't take too much more.
But they won't. I mean, this show is run by the producers. Let's be honest.
Well, yeah.
Swaggy C is bringing in all kinds of views, and I think he's going to be around a while.
Well, speaking of going in, and everybody went in and laid their hand on the little thing to gain access, and Swaggy C got denied, and Swaggy C didn't take it very well because Swaggy C is all about Swaggy C.
Yep.
But your girl Sam, she got access, and apparently she is at the moment. I guess America is taking a little bit of pity on good old Sam for being a robot and not being able to play the game, so they gave her a little reward, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yeah, she put her hand on there, and she got the option to, if she gets nominated, she can take herself off the block, actually, right up until they would make the announcement. She also has the option to save somebody else that way. Not also one or the other, I think. Isn't that the way it goes?
Yeah, she can use it on herself or someone else, and it is good for 4 nominations. And if she doesn't use it, then on the 4th one, regardless of who it is, has an opportunity to come. Whoever's evicted gets an opportunity to come back if she doesn't use it. But if she is the one to go to get evicted, since she's on the block with Steve, she can say, nope, I'm staying because I got ta-da-da, America loves me. And Swaggy C's going to go, are you kidding me? Swaggy C should have had that. Yo, yo, yo. So, yeah. I can't wait to see his jaw hit the floor when she uses it.
Oh, no kidding. I agree. He needs some humble pie really bad, and I hope it comes quick. But I wish she told Tyler about that advantage. And
yeah,
I don't think that was a smart move at all.
Tyler, being the HOH, I guess everybody goes in and fills his head with whatever. Tyler wanted to kind of maybe go after a big target, and he was actually thinking about Swaggy C. And then everybody went in, and of course, everybody has their little alliances already, and they're giving each other their names, you know, the Secret Six or whatever the hell they are, and all that shit, 6 level or whatever. Level 6, yeah.
And I wrote them down. What level 6 is: Winston, Rachel, Tyler, Brett, Casey, and Angela.
Yes.
They're kind of the pretty people in the group, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the most part.
And so I guess everybody went in and kind of put stuff in his head. And then little Sam, she went in there and said, basically, when you get that first gut feeling, you should stick with it, because then when you try to change your mind, you think about it too much, you usually make the wrong decision. She just kept on saying, go with your gut, your first thing. And then she told him about it. But yeah, I think Tyler has a soft spot for her anyway, because you always see him sitting there holding the little robot's hand and talking. I think it's so adorable.
The robot hand. It's so cute.
Yeah, he's sitting there with his little somber face, and he's holding a little robot hand, looking in its little eyes that are blinking. And he's
that's one thing he did that was smart, because he is this idiot surfer guy with no brains. But when he shows compassion like that, it kind of tugs at your heartstrings. That was a smart move. It's a move,
especially when it comes to when they turn things over to America's vote. Stuff like that matters.
It matters a lot. Being popular matters.
So yeah, but he doing all that, he did get on the good side of Sam, and she did reveal that she's the one who's like, don't worry about me being on the block, because it doesn't matter. I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, so we got that so far. That's where we're at pretty much. Now, spoiler alert, please avert your eyes and ears. Spoiler alert. They did have Veto and Fessel, whatever his name is, they call him Fessy. Fessy won the power of veto.
Boy, and he liked that little necklace he got, that veto necklace, because he wore it all weekend.
That was his bling, man.
Speaking of Fessy, he's Muslim,
yes,
which is interesting because he's the first Muslim. But I'm wondering, when Ramadan happens, isn't that August? And the show is there in August. How is that going to affect his game? Because they fast from sunset to, what is it? They fast most of the day until sunset.
Yeah. I've watching Big Brother Canada, they've had several Muslims on, and they all go and they have their prayer mats and they get them out and they do their thing every day and all that stuff whenever they're supposed to. And yeah, it doesn't seem to bother them. They just go about their routine, and everybody, acknowledges their religious practices and they let them go. Even a couple of the people on Canada that weren't Muslim said, the one guy went up and said, is it rude if I ask if what you're doing, and can I pray with you, and can you show me how? And so they were actually interacting and learning about it, and the one guy did pray with him and all that stuff. So it was kind of cool to see, actually.
I love that kind of respect.
So I don't know.
Like that.
Yeah, I don't know if something like that's going to happen here in the States or not, but we shall see.
But he went into that that app room, that the app.
Oh yeah, to get the access and all that. Yeah.
And he got didn't he get the least popular?
That's funny because I was going to ask you because I forgot who it was myself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Fezzi because his thing was Amazon. That was his reward.
Oh, that's right.
It was called Amazon. And, he's Muslim. He doesn't eat pork.
Right.
But he picked that one, which I thought was odd.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe he thought it would, I don't know what he thought. But so he gets ham delivery every few hours. But the ham delivery, the ham that he gets is like fake ham.
Yeah. Well, speaking of food, Tyler, he had to pick the have-nots. And I guess he asked for volunteers. And I forget who everybody was. I know Winston and Brett were two that volunteered. Who were the other two? I know one girl did.
Volunteers for the have-nots are Brett, Winston, Caitlin, and Scotty. And Caitlin did it because she wanted good karma.
Yes. Now, Scotty, I find it to be an interesting fellow.
Me too, because he's not the guy that I first was impressed that he was. I thought he was just some really awkward nerd, but he has some smarts to him, and he has a good social game, I think.
Yeah, and he's I kind of was a little bit put off, I should say, and I'll tell you why. And as a female, you can answer me if you would, please. But he is how old is this guy?
Oh, I don't.
He is 26.
Okay.
And he is the virgin nerd is the label I put on him. He said he's a virgin, and they were all saying, "Oh, you're a virgin." They were like, "Have you ever been on a date?" He's like, "Not really, no." And have you ever been kissed? And he said, "No." Then all the ladies decided they were going to chase him around, as like if they were going to maybe try to kiss him.
And he ran like the Dickens.
And I didn't like that because if that was a girl who said she was a virgin that was never been kissed, and 5 guys ran up and chased her, that would be the end of it. It would be off the air, done. That all the guys would be #MeToo, and the world would be over.
That's right. Sexual harassment. You're right. That's true. I didn't even think about that.
So
but
I didn't like it at all.
Well, I didn't like it either, but I'm not sure why. It just bothered me. But yeah, you have a great point there. Oh, I bet they're getting some flack on that. I bet Big Brother's getting a lot of letters on that one.
But old Scotty, he's been hanging out with Steve a lot. They spend just about
romance.
Yeah. Steve sits out there and smokes his cigarettes outside, and Scotty's right there with him, and they talk about all kinds of stuff, and they're like attached to the hip. They're buds.
They're buddies, yeah. And they're not secret about it either.
No.
They're like openly buddies.
Yeah, and that's kind of an odd couple.
Boy, they should have kept that a secret because that could have been good.
Yeah, see, that's what so far, again, it's early, but so far I really don't see anyone playing very smart at all.
Oh, no, there's not. And the other bromance, isn't there another bromance? Brett and Winston, I think, are.
Well, both of them kind of annoy me anyway.
Well, they're like the frat boy muscles, the hot guys.
Winston's the guy who says he looks like Ryan Reynolds.
A legend in his own mind. He and Swaggy. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And then Brett, he's the one that's the computer whiz who hacks his friends for fun.
Oh, yeah. That's strange.
And let's see, who else do we got? Yeah, but I don't care for that. They kind of annoy me.
Yeah, I agree. And then there's that one group, the 5 of Us to the End group. There's kind of like a subgroup that Rockstar, Haley, Caitlin, Swaggy, and Fessy, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. And Fessy is in a little love triangle for his showmance. He can't figure out which chick he wants. I guess he's doing the let's see, what is it? That Haley, isn't she the young one, the 20 blonde?
The airline stewardess, I think.
Let me find her.
Wasn't she from Missouri? She was an airline stewardess, I think.
Haley, 21, psychology student.
Oh, psychology. Okay. She the girl from Texas?
I forget where she's from, but she's the little young, pretty blonde. Look at me. Oh. Yeah. She's the other one that I'm like. Oh.
It's so hard between Haley and there's 2 Lees in there.
Haley and Bailey, and they both spelled her name weird.
Bailey's the airline stewardess. You're right.
Yeah, Bailey's she's the other black person. It's Bailey and Swaggy. And Bailey, she's the one that, she gets hit on by men all the time. That's how hot she is.
The egos of these people is just, I can't believe all of them fit in that house together.
I'm hot and I know it because all the guys hit on me. So I'm going to use that because that's the way I do.
You know, the funny thing is these people go on about how hot they are and they go into the Big Brother all highly groomed in makeup. After a few days, you see them without their makeup and it ain't all that great.
Well, and they go in there and they go in there and they look around and go, oh, look, everyone else here is chiseled, cut, beautiful, perfect models that they hand selected and recruited. I'm not the only hot one in here, am I?
Eye candy.
And every season, I hear it from every season. We're the best season ever.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not sure. I hope this 20th season. I always start watching Big Brother and then I criticize it and I'm kind of bummed out about it. But hopefully it'll start taking it'll be interesting.
Every year I tell myself. Yeah, every year I tell myself, this is the last year I'm watching this.
Yeah. I know.
And we have Angela, she's 26. She's the fitness model.
Right.
She likes Rachel from Brenchel. Remember the Rachel and Brandon thing, or Brendan? Trying to come up to my man, Brendan. She's a big Rachel fan. So she puts me off right there because I couldn't stand Rachel. And then we have the other Angie, which is the one they call Rockstar.
Okay, she's weird. She's a little weird.
Yeah, she's a bit wacky, and I don't see her. She's another one that I think would be fun to sit down and talk to. I think it would be a hoot, but as a Big Brother person, I don't see her.
Yeah, she'd be a good party friend.
Yeah.
If I go out and party, she'd be the fun one to go with.
She's a wacky one, that's for sure. Oh, Rachel. She's 29. I guess she's up there in age. 29 is pretty old.
Vegas showgirl.
Yes, she's the Vegas girl.
Yeah, she's I thought she was going to be a bit much, but she's not too bad. She doesn't annoy me yet.
Yeah, when I was watching the These Are the People, I looked at her and I was like, ooh, she's going to be one that annoys me. But she's not too bad so far. She seems a little catty, but not as much as, what's that other chick that I don't like at all?
Is it Angela?
Yeah, it is. It is Angela, the fitness model. Yeah. I already said about her. Yeah, never mind. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't care for her. She seems like a little snobby biatch.
Yeah, she does.
I do like Casey though, the the pro football player chick?
I like her too. I like her a lot. She's kind of straight up. You know, she just is who she is. I like that about her.
Yeah.
I also like the little guy.
I think, see, when I first saw him, I figured that he's going to be one of those ones that America loves just because he's so tiny. He's a dancer. He's gay as well as Casey, but he's gay as well. And he's got that accent and he talks. And I just figure everybody will be like, oh, and they're going to fall in love with him, you know, by him just running around the house. And so I figured was going to be one of the America's favorites, you know, in my eyes, right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a little more substance to him than I expected. I kind of like him a little bit, even though sometimes I think, I don't know where he's from, but it sounds like Desi Arnaz from I Love Lucy sometimes. I can't figure out what he's saying. They need subtitles.
But I can't wait to see Casey out of that, you know, because she's kind of not quite as bad as Sam, but she gets stuck and she can't play the game either because, you know, she's in the storage room and all of a sudden her wheel starts spinning. So that's where she's stuck. She missed out on a lot of meals and, you know, meetings and discussions. So
why'd she climb under the cupboard?
I don't know.
What was the purpose of that? And why did the storage room have mattresses in there? Did you see that?
Yeah. Who knows?
Well, I guess it's storage. They were storing.
Yeah, maybe they were just storing them in there. But yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to see Sam and Casey to see how their gameplay is because we have seen zero. They didn't have an opportunity to play yet.
Yeah, but I tell you, Sam is working that robot thing pretty good, though. It's better than I expected, and I didn't think that I would fall in love with a little robot. But I just love that little robot. He's so cute. And then when she was standing at all the pictures and staring at him, you know, it's like that little robot has her personality and character.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I did not expect that at all.
Well, I guess it's funny because when they were first allowed to go outside, when he opened up the backyard and they went outside, the little robot went outside and fried in the sun. They had to get a new robot out.
Yes, that's right. Did you see though when she was out there? She was out there, and I think it was the gal that's from Vegas. What's her name? Anyway, she was on the exercise bike. What's her name?
Rachel.
Rachel was on the exercise bike out in the backyard. Sam was out there as a robot, and she just like wheeled herself up across and she stood there and talked to her. And she goes, which was so cute, I thought. She says, well, I guess I'll just stand here and watch you on your bike. It's a little awkward.
Yeah, I remember two people were on the hammock too. And they're like, come here, Sam. And she was rolled over and got stuck in the grass. Said, I can't.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I snorted. That's so funny. I love her. I'm sorry. I have fallen in love with Sam. I know the rest of America has too, but yeah, she just has so much character. It's cute.
I think it's amazing that she's a welder.
I think so too. Oh my goodness.
Hairdresser turned welder.
Crazy. That is not an easy job, being a welder. But I guess hairdressers have good fine motor skills, and if you're a welder, you have to have that for sure.
Oh yeah, but she's a true life Rosie the Riveter. She is.
He is.
She even wears her little overalls and everything.
I love that. I really like her a lot.
Yeah, she is adorable. I mean, not just the voice. The voice is adorable too, but she is a pretty little thing. So she is very adorable. It's easy to, to fall for her real quick.
She's so approachable. She's somebody that you could just walk up to and talk. If you watch the show, you just feel like you know her.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the have-not room for a minute.
Yeah, the have-not room.
Dishes. They have to sleep in those satellite dishes, little tiny ones.
Yeah, they look like speakers to me, is what they look like to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They look like little speaker cones. They don't look very comfortable at all.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed in it because I was expecting something more interesting. But that little JC, he crawled in that little speaker, and it was a perfect little bed for him.
Yeah. But yeah, there's nothing special about that. Yeah, the have not room isn't very impressive, and of course they got to eat the slop and take cold showers, which is normal. So expect the unexpected. Oh, wait a minute, I already knew that. Nothing unexpected yet.
Not yet. Let's hope so. I hope the characters of the people see this through, because so far the 20th 20th show, I was expecting much bigger deal.
Well, it is the first week, so hopefully,
yeah,
fingers crossed, it'll keep my interest. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what happens next. But yeah, so far, not impressed with anybody. Nobody really stands out to me.
So much fun. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good this year. It's just going to take a little while. Do you think there's any more people that are going to join the house?
I don't know. I hope not. I really do hope not, because I think what they got in there is pretty good now. And I'm sure they'll have the probably a battle back or something like that. So, all right. So that's our little week in review. Stay tuned. Check us out next week, and we'll talk about the goings on of week 2. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye-bye.
What we do here is go back.